Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Mek Wi Talk. Mek Wi Talk. Unity is strength. Mek we reason. Mek Wi Talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Mek Wi Talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk.
Good evening. We're listening, watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. Welcome to the edition of the Mek Wi Talk program with yours truly, Jeffrey T. We're going to speak about where is Hurricane Melissa money that was collected by the Jamaican government. We're going to have a member of the Jamaican diaspora who's going to come on and speak to us, Mr. Patrick Beckford. He'll be my special guest this evening. He's going to come on and speak to us about what is going on in the land of wood and water, or in the diaspora I should say, wherein money was collected by the Jamaican government for relief, for hurricane relief. And yes, so many Jamaicans are still without a roof over their head, running water and light. And as we speak about that tonight, many of us may not think or may not want to believe that this is happening. It is happening. As soon as Mr. Beckford settles down, then we can bring him on. But in the meantime, we're going to speak to you about everything else. We're going to pay tribute to one of Jamaica's pioneers who passed away, one of Jamaica's gospel singer, David McDermott. He passed away this morning, and the Mek Wi Talk program has been a good friend of Kukudu. I'm not going to play a lot of his songs, but I'm going to play one of the songs that I don't think I'll get copyright on it, but our tribute goes out to Kukudu. As in, we pay respect to him, and we right now send our deepest condolence to his family and friends in the passing of David Kukudu McDermott.
Big up Jesus, big up Jesus, big up high. Holy crosser. We have something, we have something, we have something high. I have been to triple. Who over there, sir? Who over here, sir? Who over here, sir? We have the answer. Somebody go, sir. Who over there, sir? Go, sir. Who over there, sir? Go, sir. High, holy crosser. You're crossing, you're crossing, you're crossing. High. I have been through tribulation. I have been through persecution. Thank God we crossed over. Some people used to tell us, say, when a picnic and now come out on the good, tell them upon this rock.
This is where we say thanks to one of Jamaica's pioneer in gospel music. We lost a son. Jamaica has lost a son, and the music industry has also lost one of its icon. A man who, when you hear his songs, it moves the very soul that you have. Well, tonight we're going to speak about what does it take? What is Jamaican thinking about what is going on in the Jamaican diaspora? I have with me none other than a son of Jamaica, a man who continued to speak through to power. He wrote something in the Jamaica Gleaner today that, believe you me, it struck the very, I don't know what to say, but when you read it, you can see that this man means good for his country. And I speak none other than Mr. Patrick Beckford, a friend, somebody who I can call on to come onto my program. Sir Patrick, welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. Unmute your mic. Sir Beckford? Oh, Lord. Well, until we get Mr. Beckford to sort himself out to bring him back on, let us continue. We're trying to get Mr. Beckford.
Mother's Day banquet hosted by the men of the church. So
Okay, you're on the road.
not well, yeah. I mean, I'm just driving around locally, so the signal is good all around.
You're in Jamaica or you're overseas?
If I was in Jamaica, I'd be probably in trouble.
So, Patrick, your take on what is going on in Jamaica, where majority of Jamaicans since Hurricane Melissa hasn't gotten a roof over their head, they don't have light, they don't have water. Yet the Jamaican diaspora has donated millions. South Florida alone has donated over 400,000 US dollars. That's 62 million Jamaican dollars. Your take on what is going on down there?
Well, my place of worship, we sent up US dollars worth of goods and that was well received between Trelawney and Westmoreland, other places. So I'm hearing from the ground there, from reliable sources, that it is slow on the recovery.
Mm-hmm.
And I just read an article earlier this week where thousands of dollars of donated items had to be discarded. It's very troubling, But you can't take somebody because they like someone to be at ODPEM, for example, without experience, and the old circle of friends to distribute and also to get the spoils for personal aggrandizement.
Mm-hmm.
It's an issue. And one of the things that concerns me, aside from that, is that the it's tying to my basic concern. First of all, like 3-4 years ago, I think the whole idea about constitutional reform was being debated. It was led by um, Malahoo Ford, who is now a backbencher, and that went south. The reason why the government, the present government, led by Andrew Holness, figures that they know everything and they can do everything.
So,
And now,
Mr. Beckford, what is Jamaicans saying in the diaspora, knowing that they have donated millions and the Jamaican people are not getting that money? What are they saying, sir? You have any idea?
well, for me, the one that we were in control of New Jersey, it was distributed because we sent one of our church sisters, who is a local government official, to monitor that. A lot of people did not have the same opportunity to do that. But it's very troubling. Folks are concerned. I'm getting calls. Some people say, "What is happening? Why is this so?" Because the prime minister is going around saying they have everything under control, and ministers telling people to shut up on parliament because everything is going good. And I've spoken to relatives in Savlamar who are still waiting for zinc, still waiting for the yard to be cleaned up. Even in Catherine Hall, it's close to in Montego Bay. There's a lot of challenges there. So, so, so it goes back to my earlier thing, Jeffrey, is that it's time the government and the people of Jamaica demand we change the colonial system of government.
So,
And
so, so,
yeah, go ahead.
go ahead, no, go ahead.
Yeah, and so one of the biggest mistakes that is highlighted is the performance of the family wholeness. Because this Jamaica is not wholeness island, it's Jamaica. And one of the glaring thing that even my fellow Christian brothers or religious brothers, how people are not calling out the government. Either the prime minister resign or the speaker resign. You can't have the head of the legislature and the head of the administration on the same pillow. Let me put it that straight as that. It's not a family affair. And so, it leads me to the most glaring market woman style government when you are stopping an elected member of parliament from making contribution because you step on your big toe.
Hold on for me, Sir Beckford. I don't want to go in that as yet.
Okay.
Let us stay on the whole thing of the money. Money has been donated from the Jamaican diaspora. What is the Jamaican diaspora saying about money they've given to Jamaica over the years? In particular, this one. And the Jamaicans are out there now in St. Elizabeth, in Westmoreland, in Hanover, in St. James, in Trelawney. They're living on a tarpaulin. What is the Jamaicans in diaspora saying? Are they calling for accountability?
Well, a lot of folks are doing so, like myself. I write and I use a forum that I have. But we can talk as much here. But in Jamaica, until the civil society in Jamaica get up and just, it's not a eat a food thing where you can sit and you go take photograph. Because one of the things I'm going to write and implore the diaspora members who have any intention of going to the upcoming conference to boycott it, because it's a show where people come and they make talk, and that's it. And when you're gone, everything is done. It's back to normal, and that is appalling. I mean, how people want to get photo op. They take picture with prime minister or whoever minister and that, but it doesn't do anything. I'm getting calls. Some folks, can you set? I right now have a list from a community in Westmoreland collecting medical supplies really needed, and all that stuff. When billions of dollars were collected, billions.
Mr. Beckford, I want to show you something here, sir. This is Jamaica's top diplomat in South Florida, along with Minister Babsy Grange and the Hard Rock Foundation, handing over 400,000 United States dollars. All right? That's 62 million Jamaican dollars, or even more. And you're saying to me that we in the Jamaican diaspora is quiet in what is going on in the country, sir?
Well, accountability is lacking. For example, I've worked with our group here in New Jersey, like Jamaica Organization of New Jersey, for example, in Middlesex County in New Jersey. We were instrumental in getting the 40-foot container. Little bit of challenge to get it out, but eventually we had a mayor went there and ensure that it was distributed properly between people from Westmoreland, Trelawney, especially the around the Queen of Spain Valley area and everything. So that was handled. And I sad to say, we insisted among our group that we're gonna go down there and handle the thing because we were not too happy with what is happening from what we're hearing on the ground there. And very importantly, one of the leaders in Westmoreland was able to attend those church services and get up and thank the church for the donations and in at the same night express that we have a lot of challenges going in. The idea for me was to maybe organize some national denomination body to get some work group to come there. But we're not, there's no encouragement coming from the ground because everybody is trying to get a pound of flour, a pound of rice, and still I heard, I don't know how if that has been controlled yet, but number of schools are still housing people. From
I want to play a video for you now as you talk about that. Watch this video here, Mr. Beckford.
It's unacceptable, Mr. Andrew Holness. Here, it's unacceptable, Mr. Andrew Holness. Where is the money that the world give to you? I mean, there is 16, 17 family down here still homeless. I don't know. Why is this still happening? Yet you want to build cyber city. You agreed to be a part of the Agenda 2030, but your people living like this? You're just a part of the system, and that's all we can say because this is unacceptable right now. I come down here because of Danisha, Bob Marley granddaughter down here fighting for the people. I should be basic rights. Food, clothes, and shelter is basic rights for people in which, we don't have it in Jamaica at all, even though them give the people of the world give so much. See, it's still people living here in these rooms. We can't go into them because we have to respect people's privacy. But yeah.
We never lived like that in the 60s, just coming out of independence.
You know something, Mr. Beckford?
Yeah.
When will we in the Jamaican diaspora contact our congressmen, our congresswomen, the senators, to launch an investigation into United States money going to Jamaica to help with hurricane relief? And the people are not getting it, Mr. Beckford. We sit down up here as Jamaicans, and all we want is to get out of old dead donkey, command of dead dog. Huh?
I don't use that out of dead donkey. But you're right, and that is gonna. I'm glad you show me this because then I'm gonna write a letter. I have good connection with my congressmen and my senators, and by next week
What you need to do, Mr. Beckford, is have a petition. Let the Jamaicans up here petition the American government. Too much corruption going on in this country, in Jamaica, sir.
Yeah, and because the amount of dollars that were donated, I mean, I think it was substantial enough that everybody should be at least get roof.
But not only that, Mr. Beckford, you have Spice, Vive Cartel, Beanie Man, Shaggy. All of them went down. Help. They spend their own money. Andre Stevenson getting help. Andre Stevenson getting container houses. This government promised 18 container houses. They haven't given one until now.
wait, what happened? The sad thing about this, Jeff, I think is that the churches and the civil society, I put civil in quotations because maybe it's personal civil society groups because they should be standing up for the lost, the least, and the marginalized people inside
And
there.
also, Mr. Beckford, sorry to be cutting your circles. This is passionate for me. The Jamaicans in the Jamaican diaspora, every time they want money, they come up here.
Exactly.
But the Jamaican diaspora, all them want is to go take picture with Prime Minister and get out of their dog.
Exactly that, and that I have a friend in Connecticut who tell me, he's not gonna go very regular because it doesn't make sense. It's the whole idea of photo op. We don't know who makes the agenda for the diaspora conference coming in. And my proposal for the conference and all these photo ops is that you should get the diaspora to say, okay, this is what we want to talk about. What can we do and organize from there and run ourselves? Run ourselves rather than leave those people in government of Jamaica. Because right now, one of the vexing things, Mr. Tavares, is that before the last election, there was a number of MPs who, aside from the 8 that we know, 5 more, I think, who could not pass the Integrity Commission obligation. And they were sent to the speaker, the market, the bend down speaker. Let me label her. So can sue me. A bend down speaker. That these names have not been released to the Jamaican people even before election, so we don't know if they voted for touch people as MPs. We have a prime minister. We have a prime minister for 6 years now. Can't pass in Integrity Commission, and yet he wants to control more than 3/4 with the Nara business.
And not only that, Mr. Beckford, Jamaicans in the Jamaican diaspora in South Florida. You have Jamaicans living in their vehicles, living under pesos in this country in the United States. And we have a Jamaican ambassador and a Jamaican consul general and a Jamaican diaspora. $400,000 was handed over to Babsy Grange. See the check there, and I make up a seat there.
Yep. So
and where's the money?
Where is it? And the the rules in America. We have the Financial Services Act, the FSA. A lot of people, if the administration changes and not so, the current one is so friendly because of other nefarious activities with the current government, then you might see some things coming up to light. But, how can it be so much billions of dollars were collected and people living worse than they were living before the hurricane?
Look on this video now. Mr. Beckford. Tell me something. How does Andrew Holness feel? How does these people feel to know that they walk hills and valley, take out their shoes, they walk Black River with the alligator them in there to get people vote? Look at this video here. That is Hurricane Melissa. After Hurricane Melissa, look there.
Oh my God.
Blood on rain fall, so push off the water. Yes, sweet coffee. Water everywhere. Yeah. Me and my kids.
Wow.
Right, and I also had that money. See them. In a fall. See? Water come to you, so all of this over.
Oh my gosh.
That is where. That is
it's
how.
a new Duns River. It's
There
a
you
new-
go. That is
Gosh.
where one of our own Jamaican lives. Many other Jamaicans live in same way, Dr. Mr. Beckford. And no one, not one single one in this Jamaican diaspora, this so-called Jamaican diaspora, where all they want is the order of dead dog behind their names. They do nothing about this.
And I know they had a gathering in
New York the other day if we get some more
New
money.
York, and they do it in the middle of the day because they say you can come on virtually. And not that when people are, even if you can do it, one or two people can do it, is maybe those who are friendly with them will maybe take the time up. But most of the time, people are at work. You know, even though I'm retired, but I have other stuff that I do in the community. You know, so the problem is that for you to take the time to go and do that, and they come and they stay in New York, where the challenge is they can come to different places, and after everything is not in New York. You can go to Connecticut with a settlement of good settlement of Jamaicans in the diaspora. People are working on trade councils and all that stuff. You have people in Massachusetts, in New Jersey, in Pennsylvania, that you have great settlements. You don't come here and stay at the hotel with some people when they look behind them is them matey, you know, enjoy the privilege and all that stuff. Go out into the field. You know, go out into the field and meet the people and says, okay, hear people talk to you. Somebody want to say, oh, minister that, and you're up there and you look like that. You put yourself up to serve the people, meet them where they're at. Not to stay in a consulate, because for a person to come, one person to come over there, it costs them at least $50, $60. If you meet them with you don't pay a toll because you whatever you call ambassadors. So you can arrange it different. It's not like first time here was only from in the 60s, 70s when people are where you know, just in America. You know, to go there, it's like a good trip. No, you can decentralize the stuff. You know,
I want you to watch a video here also. Watch this video here. Mr. Beckford,
yes.
our nation is in crisis. And it's full time we, the Jamaican people, put away politics and think about this piece of rock. It cannot be whether PNP in power or JLP in power. It cannot be that these people collect money and the Jamaican people living in this condition. Listen to what this opposition spokesperson is saying.
Viewers, who's directly responsible for ensuring shelters are completed and up to par before people are relocated?
It would be definitely the Ministry of Local Government and the agencies that are associated with it. But what we have seen from the hurricane is that they were obviously not prepared for what happened, and they were not able to respond in the way that they were supposed to. So a lot more work needs to be done with regards to how we prepare our shelters and how we actually execute what needs to happen whenever we have disasters.
What exactly have you been hearing from the residents who were at the Petersfield school who have now been relocated? What has their complaints been?
Well, what directly happened yesterday was that the deadline to move was yesterday, but the place that they put them was not ready. So it obviously was a haphazard decision to put them there, because these are teachers' flats that are exactly beside the high school. So if they were really preparing to put them there, I'm sure some preparation will have been put in place. But when the residents went over there, the place was rat infested, it was in a deplorable condition, and they had to actually get bleach and get the power wash from the school to wash it out themselves. They actually had to move everything themselves with no assistance from the authorities. The authorities came over there from after 2 early in the day yesterday with the police and everybody demanding that the residents move. Residents had to complain that how can they move into a situation like that? So it really was condescending. It was really a shocking situation. I couldn't believe when I saw that. I went there this morning also, where it is in a much better condition now because they prepared it themselves. But when they went there yesterday, as I said, it was a rat-infested situation. It was in a deplorable...
Now tell me something now. If what Dwayne Vaz is saying is the truth, how on earth can Desmond McKenzie, Andrew Holness, Babsy Grange, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives really put the Jamaican people through this?
Well,
what the hell is going on in this country?
Well, they're not Jamaicans, you know. They're the privileged class.
The people of the Vumbava and the Vumbavi.
Exactly. And so they collect the things, and the poor suffers. And here's a troubling part. I'm not digressing a little bit, but here's a troubling part. I see the trend of the police, law enforcement in Jamaica rooting out, and I put that in quotation, rooting out certain segments of the Jamaican society. That all the monies that are missing, you can't find anything. All you have is gun battles in that area. And it's one set of people dead. Not even one policeman get injured in all these battles. That means the police in Jamaica need to go Iran. Go ahead, the United States, because I'm a good marksman. You understand? It's troubling, and they refuse to wear body cam.
Yeah, Mr. Beckford, let's not go into that. Let us stick to the whole thing of this hurricane relief money. May I not have a talk about the whole body cam business pretty soon. Yeah. But what is troubling me now? They have collected millions of dollars, billions of dollars. You hear no accountability about it. You hear nothing about it. Yet Jamaicans, one Jamaican woman, but many are living like this. Look, people, and I'm going to put up and I'm going to say it. And this is not AI. This is not AI. See it there?
It's off the water,
oh my God.
Look there. That's how a Jamaican is living now.
Blood on rain falls.
You know, my proposal, I'm revolutionary. My proposal is suspend parliamentary activities. Put the MPs them down in their constituency, especially in that area, and let them monitor everything.
Yeah, but they're not getting the money. Exactly. There's no money relief. There's no money releasing to them.
Exactly the point. Because then people will understand what it is. They know they're blaming the MP, and whatever it is, it's sad, and until there is a revolution in Jamaica, it's gonna stay the same way. Something have to break out. You know, whether I'm not talking about a violent revolution, and a revolution can be like a aspect of it is that Dr. Brownberg did the other day, you know, with this stupidity anyway. But what I'm saying is, and they find the infinitesimal stuff to detract people from the real thing. I'm just looking at these and I'm saying, oh my gosh, the way these guys talk and they
you know something, Dr. Beckford? When they come to the Jamaican, they're supposed to speak to these people up here, you know. Their mouth full of pear lie, you know, like Alanda Turlang, okay. Mandy, Mother Long Tongue.
Yes.
When she come up here, you know, man. For him mouth sweet like anything.
Yeah.
And he lies to the Jamaican diaspora. As
exactly.
If, and what they're saying to us now, you know, to us bloggers, you know, we're the one who's creating mischief, we're lying. So I want to know something. This rain that's coming on, is it AI? Listen to what Desmond McKenzie have to say now. Desmond McKenzie.
And that by the 8th of May, persons occupying schools as shelters would be relocated. I'm pleased to announce that we have met the deadline. I want to make the point also that there are persons who are deliberately encouraging some of the shelterees not to relocate. We're seeing it being played out in Petersfield in Westmoreland, where all the shelterees have made their move except 3 families, and those 3 families we are expecting by the end of the day to be relocated.
To relocate where? You have your how many houses up in Beverly's and Cherry Garden, and you're building apartments. Where the hell want people to go?
There are pictures going around in the media, and I'm disappointed with some of our television stations that they carry footage of the location before the work commence.
Listen to me. And listen to me good. You see people like you, I want you already, you know. I saw someone who know what before they're dead.
Yep.
You know before I confess to the people of this country and do it to the people of this country. You're a wicked man. You.
It's I mean, it's galling. Maybe if I was there, they probably would get rid of me long time.
Listen to more what he's saying.
It is unfortunate that some people in the society want this effort to fail. That is why we're getting the kind of pushback that we've been getting about the relocation of shelters. So I would urge those persons who continue to create mischief and to encourage people not to move, to forget it. We made a commitment and we are fulfilling that commitment. And so far, all the schools that were impacted, that were used as shelters, persons have been relocated. One person who occupied a space at Petersfield, we wanted to take him to the infirmary. He refused, but we convinced him and we took him to the hospital where he was examined medically, and once the examination was completed, he is now a resident at the Westmoreland Infirmary. But I ask persons to desist. Stop playing on the frustration of the persons who are affected.
What?
As I speak, the housing solutions are presently in Western Jamaica, and work is almost completed for us to put on the first set of houses to actually provide for the persons the permanent residence that they are going to be occupying. What we are moving them to now is temporary holding, which is far, far better.
Desmond McKenzie, I am asking you to stop taking the Jamaican people for a bunch of kunumunu.
Lord.
It is nearly 1 year. Nearly 1 year since Hurricane Melissa passed through. The people of the Cayman Islands came down here with the premier and handed over checks to you and the Prime Minister Desmond McKenzie. Where is those money? Before Hurricane, all the hype of the election, Andrew was a countryman left, right, and center, the open house people. What is going on in this country?
Oh boy. Everything is going to come to light. Everything is going to come to light. But what I would tell you is that the diaspora people here, a lot of them are afraid to speak up.
Oh Lord, I lost Mr. Beckford from New Jersey, one of the Jamaican diaspora rep, former rep of the Jamaican diaspora there in New Jersey. He's no party for affiliation. And you have some people who don't come and talk, say I'm a PNP or I'm a JLP. Because some of them can't speak truth. We need to know where the money is. And this is not AI generated. Look at this lady here. Look there. Water coming down on her. And they collect millions of dollars. Look there.
This time blow down, rain fall, so push off the water. Yes, keep off it.
Let's take this call here. Just a moment here. Good evening, Mek Wi Talk here live. Hello, Mek Wi Talk here live.
What go on, Jeffrey?
What am I here?
They must stress you out, man.
Stress me out? My good man.
Hey, Jeffrey, question. I have a question to ask. Me ask everybody right now, right?
Mm-hmm. It's about what we're talking about?
The Nara thing or what?
No. I'm not talking about Nara. I am talking about Hurricane Melissa money.
Where the money there? Hold on, Jeffrey. Here I get to know. Here point to me I get to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Them say this Nara are for people, them, right? Listen up, you know. Where them go borrow how much $5 billion, how much billion them borrow US, you know. So my question is, Jeffrey, if the people not getting free money, build up their house that day. Say money where them go borrow, Jeffrey? How them go build up house for people them? How that makes sense?
Them is a bunch of damn liars.
We not go borrow money, you know. And that's gonna be a dead investment, you know, Jeffrey. So how we not go borrow money to give people people them? You not go borrow money to people them and not get the free money to give the people and not get it.
You know something, caller?
Jesus Christ.
And I said it today. I think I said it to Mr. Rattigan. I said it today. That if the hurricane had hit Kingston and St. Andrew, and the people of the effluence of society, it would be better, you know.
The steak people, people for the steak.
Yes.
The lobster.
The people of the Vumvavon, the Vumvavine. Mr. Beckford? We have lost Patrick Beckford. Anyway, caller, go ahead.
That's what I'm saying, Jeffrey. They pretty much take them for one idiot, Jeffrey. They can take him for one clown. But they want now if him help make up and help the people them fast and quick.
So I like to know something now. When Andrew Holness during the election campaign and before election he build up house and open up house to people. Why can't do to these people? In color?
And then Jeffrey he don't build one house at Westmoreland. Not one house don't build down there. Not one house. Not one house is not down there built. And him say have some container home coming 300 or how much he have coming.
I know they can't come. So hold on now. I want them little bill and Mars them little bill because Andre get something he done it to people. So how the primes they can get film and Mars them they come from?
Must be Pluto, Jeffrey. But these are the people want trust. And they said they must trust him to do what they want with Nara. Come on, Jeffrey. Come on. Jamaica's a piece of duns. And they might wait for people to take it to the street for them. They need to pick it up off of their own and go do anything themselves, Jeffrey. Look how hard, Jeffrey, look how hard una fear work, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, your time, you know. We have spent on life, Jeffrey. That more input put on our money, you know. Your time that you're using right now, Jeffrey, more important than money, you know.
I mean, I get no money.
And them some of Jamaica. Okay, them some of Jamaica smoke weed and drink boom. And everything okay. And then feel for read, Jeffrey, and feel for Jamaican people. They always say, if you want to hide something from black people, you put it in a book.
My God Almighty in heaven.
Where money they, Jeffrey?
$400,000 US given to Babsy Grange. You hear nothing about it. Until now, they can't tell us how much money they collect for Hurricane Melissa.
Jeffrey, you're rough. That's all me can say. You're rough. And the people still, as I said, if they vote tomorrow, they vote him back in.
Hello. If Andrew call election tomorrow and put him back in. I don't know. Honestly, the people have to get up the people have to get up and demand accountability.
That's
the people of St. Elizabeth. May give a warning to the people of St. Elizabeth. The people of St. Elizabeth, Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth. Be ye careful of this administration. But they want to build smart city. Then taking over St. Elizabeth for their friends and cronies. St. Elizabeth. St. Elizabeth people. St. Elizabeth people. Stop this PNP and JLP stupidness. Stop it. The people of Jamaica, stop it. St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland people. Wanna see what's going on with you know?
Then if you take heed, then it definitely if you take heed. Me have one friend, same thing. Him must show a labor ride. And he host and shop blow down Jeffrey. I know you know get help.
It is the duty. It is the duty of any government. When a natural disaster hit your nation, it is the duty of any government to provide housing for its people.
Jeffrey, remember say as a hurricane blow, Andrew only said he have money, insurance money, you know, not talk about the money we ain't getting no Jeffrey. See how much insurance money, you know.
I know you don't hear about it.
Plus, you don't need much of millions of donation when you get Jeffrey.
And the Jamaicans in the Jamaican diaspora see him come up and ask him not about it. They go hug him up, Prime Minister! Oh Lord, Prime Minister!
The best PM. But another question, another question. Why him get so much award? Every time you sing a foreign, he go for award.
Yeah, man.
So much award.
Award, listen to me. Jeffrey behave yourself tonight. Make her keep my mouth shut.
The best PM, the best Prime Minister I'm missing at the Caribbean, I'm here remotely. Best one to me right now.
But you know something, Carla? I don't blame Andrew Holness. I do not blame the Holness administration. Suck them dry like ticks, Andrew. Suck out the very blood out of them.
I'm saying and tell him saying I'm not talking you. The economy is doing good. I manage the money correctly. Oh my God. Hey, Mr. Jeffrey. Now the campaign when me hear Christopher Tufton say he increased much money by $60 billion, and the people me I say
them man I say one damn thing saying.
Saying put it to $60 billion and people are jump.
In which modern democracy? In which modern democracy can you get so much money and the people are still living with tarpaulin over their roof? Where rain they come in upon them, the element of the night, element of the sun, and nobody does nothing about it. The diaspora quiet because when the diaspora they see them, they hang and cuss them up. Their hands and gloves them because at the end of October they must get order of dead dog, order of dead cow, order of this, jackass of the peace.
Jeffrey, they must figure it out themselves down the Jeffrey, trust me. Only them can make it change down them, I lie, cause them see Jeffrey, they must blind to them see so the man is not for the lower class of people. But I mean know if they not see it.
What I am saying, I want to say this again. Well thinking Jamaicans, if you truly love this country that we call Jamaica, let the United States of America government know what is going on in Jamaica. They collect United States money for donation to help with the people of Jamaica. A hurricane season starting come June, and people are still living under tarpaulin out in the element, while these bucking masters live up in the Stabroek and Cherry Garden mansions. When will the people of this country wake up? My fellow Jamaicans, the time has come for you all to stand up in this country. Mr. Beckford, you're still there with us, or you gone? You have an internet problem. Go ahead for me, sir. Caller, go ahead.
Yes, Jeffrey, they need to wake up. If no wake up, nobody now wake up, not Jeffrey. Them now go wake up, Jeffrey. Me I tell you, so they now go wake up because them get a chance, Jeffrey.
I can't hear.
And the PMP and them 2 week.
Let me see.
2 week. They make him man come right here and thief election from them and then just stand with their hand at their side.
Oh, yeah, go right there, so I'm moving.
All right, Jeff, your call will come back.
All right, man. Thanks much. Mr. Beckford, you may have to end up cutting the call and come back in, you know.
There's
Mr.
nothing
Beckford?
in there, right? There's not.
Mr. Beckford, if you can hear me, if I go back and come back in because you can't hear me. This is not how we must operate in a country where our people are living under tarpaulin after a hurricane. Hurricane Beryl came. You have some people living under the same thing. Huh? This is going on in this country and nobody says nothing about it. The Jamaican diaspora, them quiet because them have to get something, you know. They love the recognition. Dr. the Most Honorable Jeffrey Tavares, CD, OD, JP, PPP. Because we get all that old dead dog behind with him. We don't think about our fellow Jamaicans. And when they come on here, they say, oh, a liar, tell nothing, go so. So you're telling me, this what I'm showing here now. Is this AI? Is that AI? Look at this.
This time blood on rain falls, so push off the water.
Marlon, you come over here every night. Why not call into the program, Marlon Morgan? Call into the program, the man, the Senate finished already?
Yes, sweet coffee. Water everywhere. Yeah. Me and my kids then. See them. They're in a fall. See?
Look there. Hurricane season upon us pretty soon. And this mother and her children living on a tarpaulin. We're speaking to Mr. Beckford from a member of the Jamaican diaspora who lives in New Jersey. I don't know if we can... Mr. Beckford, you hearing us, sir? Not hearing you at all, Mr. Beckford. Not hearing you at all. You may have to go out and come back in. We need some help. The time Mr. Morgan coming over here, Senator Morgan coming over here and talking and putting in the thing there. Come on the program and talk to us. Don't chat in the chat room. I don't care who's a liar. The people need help. Mr. Beckford, go ahead, sir. Welcome back. Mr. Beckford? Mr. Beckford, are you hearing us? Oh, Lord. There's something in the thing that maybe not hearing. I don't know what's going on. He's not hearing us. I am hearing him. Marlon, stop chatting crap. So you're telling me from the start of this thing, only couldn't do for the people, so only Nara can help the people, Only Nara alone, Marlon? Come on, Marlon, stop your nonsense, man. Only Nara alone can help the people, Tell us how much money you collect, Marlon. How much money does the Jamaican government collect already, Marlon? How much money does the Jamaican government collect for the people of this country? Billions of dollars collected. And people are still living in shelters. You live in your upper financial society house. You live in your upper society house. Over $1 billion? Marlon, stop top crap. Mr. Beckford, you hearing us? Mr. Beckford. I may have to call him, you know. Hold on, Dave. I can call Patrick Beckford here. Because he's not hearing us at all. Patrick? This is ridiculous. What is going on in this country is ridiculous. Good afternoon, my good friend.
Hi, Jeffrey. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm live on air. You want the link to come on or what? Or I can talk on air. What do you want to do? Talk to me.
Yeah, let me talk. Let me talk. Yeah. Listen.
Turn on the TV in the background, though. Turn on the TV in the background, please.
I'm doing that. I must say, hail to your listeners, your viewers, and everybody on your platform here, Jeffrey.
Yes.
Jeffrey, I listened to a great portion of of today's Senate presentation.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think we had some wonderful presentation. I watched Senator Donna Scott Motley, was quite excellent. I watched Cleveland Tomlinson, young man there with great potential. I watched the senator out of Montego Bay. He delivered his thing. And on the government side,
hold on there for me, Conrad. Not I'm being disrespectful to you. We're talking about the hurricane relief money, We're talking about unless you're talking about that now to go into that. I don't know. But let me know.
I'm making a point, Jeffrey. I'm making a point. We're talking about the presentation of the Senate.
But I wasn't talking about that tonight, Mr. O'Brien. I was talking about hurricane money.
All right. Well, okay. All right. So I won't get into that. I won't. All right. No problem. I'll join you another time on that. Cool.
Okay.
Bless you.
Yeah, man. We're speaking about the hurricane money. I'm not being disrespectful to Conrad. It's just that we're speaking about the hurricane money. That's what I want to speak about. The Naira bill, yes, it may come up, but I don't believe the Naira is going to help the people to get anything. What I want to know is about the hurricane relief money. The hurricane relief money. Where is it? And if this is Marlon Morgan chatting just damn nonsense inside the chat room, I got to black you. We need to know where the hurricane relief money is. Because as far as I am concerned, when it comes on to donation, the people must get their money. They must get their money. Then Marlon, if it has been spent, Marlon, how are people still on the tarpaulin in some part of Jamaica? Why can't you call the program, Marlon? Why are you afraid to call the program? If this is you, if this is truly you, Marlon Morgan, you have my number, call the program. Why are you afraid to call the Rattigan program and Jeffrey Tavares program? Let me leave you alone. Listen to I want you all to listen to something here. Listen to this.
Why do you believe the Jamaican government has been so slow? So, Brother Kwasi, why do you believe the Jamaican government has been so slow to adequately aid Jamaicans who were devastated by Hurricane Melissa? And what are the broader social and political implications of this delay?
Great question. Well, I was in Jamaica, in Kingston in particular, during the Hurricane Melissa that swept through the Caribbean basin, and of course, had wreaked its havoc elsewhere in this part of the world. And in being here, I was here before, during, and after the hurricane, so I have a sort of panoramic view of what's been happening in the country. And this is what I've observed. I've observed that since the election, which was recent, right? Since the election, party politics has taken a hold of how the government responds to, and where it responds and how it responds to people devastated by the hurricane. Now, yes, it is true, the devastation of the hurricane was uneven, meaning parts of the country weren't as ravaged as other parts. In truth, Kingston received some flooding, and yes, there was some damages to homes, but on the whole, Kingston and St. Andrew, which is the parish, was relatively less battered than the western half of the island, especially on the coast, that is the northern coast, Ocho St. Anne's, all the way to the western part of the coast in Montego Bay, or Mo Bay for, people who are local, and, over in Manchester and those parts. And what I've seen since the hurricane and since all these millions of US dollars, and which amounts to billions of Jamaican dollars, is that the monies have been flowing in, the aid has been flowing in, and three things have happened in the flux of money incoming and in the flux of people trying to regain some semblance of their lives since the hurricane. First, more and more money that's been earmarked for aiding the people of Jamaica has been gone missing.
What do you mean when you say money gone missing? And do you have any proof, like what do you mean about money is missing? We've never heard that before.
Sure. Well, you don't need my words. The Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, said it himself several times. We're missing X million dollars that was earmarked as relief money. Now, there are different kinds of money. Let me break it down for the audience who have not been paying attention to Jamaica news and politics. You see, Jamaica had an insurance policy, a hurricane insurance policy. Yes, they did. I think it's a Caribbean-based bank. I'm not sure it's an Inter-Caribbean bank. I'm not sure the actual name of the bank, but I know it's a Caribbean banking. No, not banking, insurance company. My apologies. Right? It's an Inter-Caribbean insurance agency. And Jamaica took out a policy against hurricanes. Right? We can guess as to motives for why the policy, but the policy was there. And so when Hurricane Melissa Category 5 devastated those parts of the island that I made mention and more, the policy kicked in. Jamaica was given, I think, correct me if I think I'm correct here, $150 million. Not Jamaican dollars, US dollars. That's a lot of money. Right?
Okay, I want to know something here now. This man came to Jamaica during the hurricane and so forth, and know how much money Jamaica has collected. And all you can hear from the Jamaican government is all sort of shibangarang. 150 million according to this man. I have done the research on the catastrophe ban. According to this man, they collect $150 million. That's a couple billion Jamaican dollars. And you're saying to me what people still living in tarpaulin? Or people have no roof over their head? The people have centers at Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, Trelawney. This is what is going on in this country in 2026. And the Jamaican diaspora is quiet. And Jamaicans in the effluence of society in Norfolk, Cherry Garden, and all over is quiet because it's not there. It don't affect them. Is it dirty foot trousers boy and gal who live below crossroad is affecting in the countryside of Jamaica? When will we wake up in this country? Listen to some more of this man.
That's a lot of money. Here's the currency conversion. $1 is equal to about 150, 160 Jamaican dollars. So do the currency conversions. 150 million US. That's for the insurance policy. Then there were at least 10 to 15 more monies that came from the United States. Millions. Other monies came in. Private donations, celebrities, stars of sorts. The UK donated money, right? Jamaican nationals who have some stature donated money. Not to count the in-kind gifts, food aid, medical supply. Non-Jamaican, people like Tyrese and others flew in with aid and light, just to give you an example, right? So when you bundle all that cash and in-kind resources together, you're looking at maybe, I'm guesstimating, close to maybe $500,000 US. And so when the government says we're missing, go on YouTube, go on CVJ or other Jamaican news outlets and look at the tape. The government said that they're missing money. Second phenomenon, that same money that had been earmarked for rebuilding the infrastructure, roads, bridges, homes, as well as clean water, drinking water in particular, and other kinds of infrastructural work have not gone to the places that they should have gone to as yet. And the government has taken upon itself to determine who gets what, when, and how much. And so the government went to St. Elizabeth, in particular, to a compound, talking about this bigger and better city idea that they want to build. Now, that was just disguise. In truth, the government has been after the land belonging to the Maroons. Now, this is personal to me because I have ancestry and family who are from a compound town in Maroon, where the governor went, where the prime minister went. Might as well call him a governor, where the prime minister went. And he and his entourage went there, and they were not well received by the local peoples, for good reason. Because they, like I, knew that the government is trying to appropriate or AKA steal the people's land and turn it into some development.
You know, I wish I could hear from Head Boy. I want to say something here tonight. They're talking about a smart city. Do you all remember during the hurricane? Not during the hurricane, during the election time. Andrew Holness tell the people of St. Anthony and Bill places like Silicon Valley. The people are scared. That's what scare town is scare town. Huh? How on earth can you call yourself a prime minister and have a heart for your own people? You don't have a heart for your own people? People are still living. You collect millions of dollars. Millions. Millions upon millions of dollars you collect. And you can't tell people where the money disappear to? Or you're not showing nothing that you're helping the people? And you collect millions and millions of dollars? So if there's another hurricane should come and hit Jamaica again, you know, do come back to the dice to come beg more money. You know the funniest thing? We the people gonna suffer. But at full time, somebody from this administration go to prison. It is full time. Somebody from the Andrews administration go to prison because they're one of the most corrupt political organization in the history of Jamaica. How long must we continue like this? And every 5 years, We jump up like we're a bunch of idiots. I have never seen in all my entire 50-something years in this country see so much corruption. I saw it in the 1990s. But the 1990s is baby compared to this. This Andrew Holness government is one of the most corrupt political organizations in the history of this country. This Andrew Holness administration is one of the most corrupt political administration in the history of Jamaica. I can repeat it again. This Andrew Holness administration, led by the leader himself, who is the Prime Minister of this country, Andrew Michael Bogard Holness, is one of the most corrupt organization in the history of Jamaica. One of the most corrupt government known. Everywhere you turn, corruption here, corruption there. And the sad part of it, you know the sad part of it? If this man should call election tomorrow morning, Jamaicans put him back in. Billions collected for Hurricane Melissa. Billions collected for Hurricane Beryl. Where the money then there? $1.4 billion spent on some old dilapidated school buses. And nobody gone to prison for that. No investigation launched. More than Auditor General will give out some damn sitting. And this man sit in the Parliament of Jamaica same way as a minister. Darrell Var should never sit in the Parliament of Jamaica as a minister. An investigation should be launched. $1.4 billion of taxpayers' money. $600 and something million still unaccountable for. $400,000 United States dollars donated by Hard Rock Cafe. The check was handed over to Babsy Grange. Where is all those money? And Jamaicans still living under tarpaulin. Look at this. This woman here and her children living on tarpaulin. Rain coming in on them.
Push off the water, son. I'm living there. This storm blow down, rain fall, so push off the water. Just sweep off it. Water there everywhere. Yeah. Me and my kids then. Right on my house for the money. See them. Rain a fall. See? Water come to you, so all of this over.
My God Almighty, look there. Look there. This is what Babsy Grange collect. Let me show the money. This is what Babsy Grange collect. I'm not lying on her. See it here. This is not AI generated. Hard Rock Foundation pay in the order to Jamaica's relief program. 400,000 United States dollars. That's over 60 something million Jamaican dollars. And some Jamaicans have received a dime. And all they can hear, you're making mischief. You're telling a lie on the government. I am saying this again. Jamaicans who live in the United States of America, Jamaicans who lives in Canada, England, and some parts of Europe, who send money to Jamaica, especially the United States. It is full-time Jamaicans who are citizens of the United States. Send letters to their congressmen, congresswomen, and their senators. This cannot continue. The level of corruption and nepotism under this administration, something must be done. This is one of the most corrupt political party known. How long must we continue like this? And every 5 years, we jump up like we're a bunch of idiots. I have never seen in all my entire 50-something years in this country see so much corruption. I saw it in the 1990s. But the 1990s is baby compared to this. This Andrew Holness government is one of the most corrupt political organizations in the history of this country. This Andrew Holness administration is one of the most corrupt political administration in the history of Jamaica. I can repeat it again. This Andrew Holness administration, led by the leader himself, who is the Prime Minister of this country, Andrew Michael Bogard Holness, is one of the most corrupt organization in the history of Jamaica. One of the most corrupt government known. Everywhere you turn, corruption here, corruption there. And the sad part of it, see there? 400,000 United States dollars was handed over to Babsy Grange. They have a telethon. Where is those money? The Japanese government donate money. The Cayman Islands government donate money. The British government donate money. Where is that? Where are those money? What is going on? And our people are still living in the element of the night. In the element of the night. Listen to some more of what this man is saying.
Scheme for foreign interests. The third observation I've seen post-Hurricane Melissa is that the government has chosen which communities to help, which not to help. That's been along voting lines, that is party politics lines. And so the people in Montego Bay have not received the kind of assistance, food, healthcare, monetary support, given the scale of devastation that other places have received that who are a part of the Prime Minister's party. Now, to me, that is unfortunate and it's also dangerous because we're playing politics with people's lives. You see, when you are the Prime Minister, you are the Prime Minister of everyone in Jamaica, not just the people who voted for you. And that's the miscalculation that the government has made and is making. So combined with the theft, combined with the attempt, not only theft of support and relief money, but also trying to steal land that does not belong to the government, that belongs to these maroon and other communities, with the phenomenon of choosing to aid by party politics, has really created a very disastrous, situation for Jamaica. Guess what? There's still dead bodies. There's still areas that are covered by water. People living and walking in knee-high water in the western part of the island, especially in Mobay, but not exclusively Mobay, right? Again, in Manchester and other parts of the island, in Ocho Rios, there are literally ghost towns that are filled the streets with cars that are abandoned and vacant, and there are still unclaimed bodies of humans and animals. The sea has reclaimed part of the island. And the government has done little to anything to adjust the calculus in those areas. And they have the resources to do so. But they have chosen not to. And to me, that spells disaster for not only Jamaican people, it spells disaster for what's going to be the island. Because guess what? Jamaica, just like Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, which shares the same landmass called Hispaniola, they're on the same path of the tropical storms that starts in West Africa and that runs to the Caribbean Basin along the same slave ship routes. And guess what? We're going to have more hurricanes. Melissa is a harbinger of things to come. What's going to happen to Jamaica people? You see, I'm thinking not simply about now, I'm thinking about next month and next year. You see, those dead bodies in these swamp-like areas, right? Areas reclaimed by the sea are not going to get better. They only get worse. And if we're thinking, we beating the government, are thinking that by simply appeasing the people who voted for us is the answer, you see, people from the country are going to find their way to Kingston with their cholera, with their diseases. And what's going to happen to people uptown when they can't run to the hills no more? What's going to happen? You see, land is finite. Hills have peaks. What's going to happen to food supply that comes from the country? You see, the government is not thinking about all of these what if. If you think the price of pepper is high now, if you think foodstuff price is high now, it's not because of the Christmas season. It's going to get higher because guess what happened? More tropical storms are going to come with more frequency and more ferocity and more what? Pain delivered to the people. And guess what? What are the people uptown going to do? They don't grow food, right?
Good night, Mek Wi Talk here live. Miss P, go ahead.
Good evening, good evening. You must long catch you.
Good evening, my darling.
However, even to everybody in the chat, what may I say, you see? May I be stupid. The people in a hard rock, and the associate who donate that money publicly, are they not hearing what is happening? And to investigate and either them take back them money and come give it themselves or do something?
I tell you something, Miss P.
Yeah.
When a foundation, when a Jamaican approach a foundation in the United States, and the foundation decide to help, the foundation will pay over the check to the Jamaican government.
Yes,
no, hold on. Even if the foundation may hear something, if the Jamaican population do not send a petition to that foundation or to the government of the United States, nothing will be done.
Okay. That's why I love ask questions so we can learn. Okay. I understand. So the ball now in the Jamaican diaspora was donated.
Yes. But some of them, they are not going to do nothing, because what they label Jeffrey and Rattigan as troublemakers.
Okay. Yes, but are they? But me want to ask them now.
Continue talking for me, speak. Go ahead and talk.
We thank them. We appreciate them. But are they not seeing what happening? That is my question. And what are they doing about it? That is my question. The diaspora who donate your hard earning money because it's not easy. I've never traveled, as I said before, but I see what's happening over there. It's not easy for you to donate your money. You have to have a good heart. And then when you donate it, to stop people from suffering, help them from to come out of the cold and they are still in the cold. Are you not saying or doing something about it? It just rush people under the carpet. This not look good. Where I live, I have people still with small kids under taparding. So I don't know what to say. It not look good. And all the people that talk about Nara. There's nothing in the Nara for the people who live at door. Nothing for them. Are they not human? Regardless of their political precision? Come on, man. We have to do better. So we are call upon everybody who participate, who donate, who do something, man. Do something. You know what? Yes, Lorraine, look like here and I carpenter. I don't like here and I see Lorraine. So where the make sense? Uno give and then uno no enscribe. If I donate something towards something, you know, may I look, this is the thing that I donate to. Come true. 6 months going now. Today the 8th, so less than a month before the hurricane season starts. Less than a month before the hurricane season starts, and people still live at the door. How that look? That don't look good.
They don't care about that, Miss P.
That don't look good.
They don't care about that.
Well, I am not for myself, but I can proudly say, thanks to the diaspora who helped me. And if Melissa thinks that she bad, change her name and come back 1 million miles per hour and see if you can take off my house up. And we can say, thanks to the diaspora, Mystic Sensation, Will Rattigan, Jeffrey Tavares, Luke George Cook, and some wish to be nameless. Some in kind clothes and food. And we can tell you one word of thanks. But not because I am now comfortable in my home, I'm still concerned about those who are outside.
Yes.
I know it feels because even before my house, put on back, me have to set drum, me have to set bucket, and them pile up, and it green up and all type of something. It was a mess. It was a mess. It was uncomfortable. But thank to the diaspora. So diaspora was donated for a cause. Come on, man. Secure it that your money where you work hard for go toward what you donated for. Please. So the ball, well, Jeffrey said, the ball is in your court. So you have to play it. You have to worry. Do something, man. It's hard to make the most. And the next hurricane can come. Which we don't want to come, but we live in the hurricane belt and it's a season of it. And you're going to hear again say, this man said people out to do. Come on, man. It doesn't matter of the person or person's political persuasion. We are all Jamaican. And Jamaica and Jamaican must be first. Please, may I beg, do something. Not ready down yet. Find out where no money gone. Call for them for the money. Make it go where no city figure. Jeffrey, you're nice.
You know, look
it's not easy. It not look good. And they're in a Senate, and they're in a Parliament, and none of them not come, not mention, not the Melissa victim. Not one, they must say, see before the next election come, they use it and say, them a work. I must so.
As they plan to do it, yes, and the Jamaican people don't play along with it.
I must not. I must not. I can't nothing else. I am looking for a lady which is Speaker of the House, the wife of the Prime Minister, and she have no heart to see the children them as suffering as a mother who gave birth. And you know the next question you have to ask is Jeffrey?
Yes.
Out of all of the female parliamentarian on the JLP side, how much of them is a mother? Biologically, who give birth? With the intention to get grandchildren. You know Dalrymple have children.
Well, Dalrymple is the mother for all of them.
No, what I'm saying.
No, I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying to you.
Yes.
Dalrymple is the mother for all of those women who is in the parliament. Both on both sides of the fence. So if she not going to say nothing, them not going to say nothing either.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, if those ladies in the parliament give birth and have children, you know, favor have children, Dalrymple have children, and we don't know else, even if they have children of them own birth. When I talk adapt, I talk birth, so you know the morning sickness, you feel the labor pain and everything. How much of them in there have kids?
I don't know. I know Judah Cuthbert have a daughter. I don't think Rhoda have any kids. I don't think what's her name, the daughter of the attorney at law. What's his name again? Hamilton. I don't think she have any kids. I don't know if Carissa Morrison have any kids. But you know, regardless of what, they should know they have nieces and nephews.
So what I'm trying to get to Jeffrey, to let them know that the law them passed today are not this era, this year, next year, last year. It will be affecting their children to come.
They don't give a crap.
And children.
What I want to know though, Miss P, how on earth this law they're talking about gonna affect the way people get things?
Why? If God knows there so mankind not going wicked against the one that I mean, think you met them? You don't think so? Because you can't agree. Power. What is power? The rich dead, the poor dead. One of you looks at the Queen of England. For she had 20 had. She a king. She a queen. 25 somewhere there. Until she dead. And she dead. Somebody couldn't save her.
The Jamaican people, the Jamaican politicians who have their hand in the public kitty and treating the Jamaicans as treating the Jamaicans, you know. Them not gonna dead, you know. They'll be living forever.
Mighty God. Eh? And we look and see some whole one. All as me, you know what I mean by say age. Who is there from when and know the rule of the parliament. They have been there so long. And they are so silent on the foolishness. They become a part of it. And you know what I'm saying? Regardless, I am on the PMP side. God, nobody can take that from me. Fly green. When you come in politics, I look up to that young man and say, wow. This young man
Miss P, if Floyd Green now think about the people of St. Elizabeth who was affected by Hurricane Melissa, they not talk about those things. Nobody talking about the money. We asking about the money. Have you heard a Jamaican call a talk show host in Jamaica ask about Hurricane Melissa money? No, nobody not doing it. And that is why they continue saying that we are troublemakers. Millions go down there. Billions of dollars. I hear nothing about
it. When Frank Green come forward, I say, yes, this young man have a prime ministership. Regardless, we depend on two different sides. But me like him and like how him start off, how we see promise them. By the time the man use the bathroom and he reach the JLP pumping station, the man change. Huh? man change. As me I say, yes, this young man come to make a difference. He's a young man. No, sir. When you look what a craft for him, that young picnic girl.
Miss P, what do you think gonna happen if there's another hurricane that hit us this year?
Well, Father God, if we get another hurricane like Melissa or stronger, to where them I say, you don't know what is the difference. We just I beg God not make it come. Because to what I hear from Westmoreland, I think that people dead down there melt when in some water yes. And then no.
Of course.
And this time if you come into our definitely back this aside. Yeah. But God, may I beg you if you send you come. Send you make you walk at Kingston.
We have
may I beg
hold on, Miss P.
Father God, me I want to come. But if it have come this time, make Kingston be ground zero. Kingston and St. Andrew.
We have joining us now human rights activist in his own right, Sir Luke George Cook. Sir Cook, welcome to the program, sir.
My boss. My boss. My helper. My God and angel. Oh God, big up yourself, Mr. Luke George. May God continue to bless you and your family, and may your store basket be never empty, sir. You are my Prime Minister, and you, Miss Melissa, personally find your way to pay your money to your pocket and come find me in the hills and bush.
Big
up yourself, Mr. Eh?
You know I'm proud of.
Me not tell you when drive. Not talk when drive. And you find me in bush. And when you have to go party, go meet him, because bush, you know bush, I'm not in last. We go one section, go meet him and direct him. Thank you, Jesus. Cover him live. No matter when nobody
hold on for me, Miss P. 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 For those who are just joining us, welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. We're live. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like up the live feed. Give me about 500 likes. Like up the live feed. Like up the live feed, people. Like up the live feed. If you can't give me any super chat, and you can't donate Zelle to me, just like up the live feed. Me good enough with that. Like up the live feed. Like up the live feed. We have joining us now, Luke George Cook. We're asking the question, where is Hurricane Melissa's money that the government of Jamaica collected? Luke?
No, but Jeffrey, I feel like
No. Welcome to the program. I need a comment on that. Yeah, Miss P, comment on that.
As far as I'm concerned, that the Jamaican people, the well-thinking Jamaican people, don't think that nothing was wrong with how this has gone. Nobody seemed to be interested to ask the question. I wrote the other day to the office of the Prime Minister to ask about the report on the Melissa expenditures and how it was spent. How many of the people who have suffered got the assistance? They had reached 90% or 97% to say that persons have been assisted. They have broken down their scheme into 75, 250, and up to 500,000. I don't know who get any of the money. I may never know who get any of the money, because the truth of the matter, Jeffrey,
hold on for me, Luke. Miss P, mute your mic if you're gonna stay, or what? Mute your mic, Miss P.
Alright. May I go come off what Mr. Dawes class?
Alright, no problem. Thanks much.
Yeah.
Alright. Go ahead, Luke.
I don't know. I don't know why Miss P left, because I want to know if she got any money, because I had taken a list of persons from her community and send it to the ministry to ask if they could get people to go up into the area, because it's quite a difficult area to manage, quite hilly. And I know they were having some problem, because they said that the people from the Ministry of Labour have been traveling from Kingston to various points of the country.
So she calling back here now.
Get there at a particular time in the morning. But
go ahead, Miss B.
Yeah, I hear Uncle Luke say, you want to fight. No, Uncle Luke, we not get nothing from the government agency. The only government agency me get from is Luke George Cook, Jeffrey Tavares, Wilford Rattigan, Mystic Sensation, Partner Jar TV, and some people in the chat. So those are those persons who me calling name by name, and me government them there. Me member of parliament, me prime minister, me whatever. them. Luke George Cook, Mystic Sensation, Wilfred Rattigan, Jeffrey Tavares, Andre Stephen. As a Andre Stephen, me could have cook for Christmas. Right? And some people from Partner Draw TV and people from other places. All diaspora include Luke George Cook and his sister and family. Don't let me get from nobody else. Not even a church package we not get. Not even that. Remember me tell you. The same day when you come up do. He said when you do up here, one lady come from one place, come from in ministry and say, me not trying to forget about my son for the part. So I also make she cover my yard. So she said, she look for one list where the people must say them done with center and them a walk and look for. She said when she look, she have 4 persons. Oh, she knows the house that then come off and get damaged. And she knows see them then look. Go by yard and call look. But she don't have me name and everything already. And she said she have 3 more persons. Over one far parts look. Look, you couldn't go there, so I get one donkey put up at. Not even care could not care you. But she said she have one because she know the people and know they in need. Uncle she alone, missy. I mean, hold
on for me. Who was a TV on in the background?
Good on me, you know.
Oh, it's having a feedback here.
No, my TV mute. So look, you are my prime minister, member of parliament, councillor, and everything. All people, nobody else may see. Beryl come, take off your stop, kill me 6 big hog. And I pick them there, they be pregnant. When one of them they drop, he first to get 8 baby, he first, the least to get a 8. When they drop his second time, I have 16 people I get. And Melissa kill them and take off the old stuff. And until this day, me no see nobody come with me there. Me no get nothing from nobody. Melissa come and God send on in my life, in my son's life. My son lose everything, shoes, everything, a film, bedroom, everything just and Luke George Cook buy my son a nice pair of name brand boots and could have gone school. And he said it for Oxford. Bad so.
No, and I asked for the name. I asked for the name.
Whatever Ford. Not Ford. Yes, I'm good on that. And you will look George good to me in pay feet. So I'll do a sign and collect and look if I hit and not tamper and collect. And he's happily going into school in a big name brand boot. Oh, he papa dead and him mama now walk and him away name brand boot. God bless you. God bless everybody. Mama, mother, father, cousin, everybody, wife, husband, everybody can say behind every good man there must be a good woman. And behind every good woman is a good man. God bless you. God keep you.
You hear that, Lou? Your wife is a good woman, Lou. You hear that, Lou?
You must right. This piece
yes, because his wife encouraged him. I saw wife when I encourage him and he come himself. Luke come himself. In a bush, you say, all right, when you come there, so turn there, so continue by the road and move. All right. God bless you. Big
Boy, me
enough.
said, yeah, Jeffrey, when you hear people tell you, take when you take the sucker one at a time, I say, I wonder if Miss P tell me the right place because me think me never reach. Me think me never reach already. I went to say, no man, look this side. Until me all I said, no man, I must miss a turn. Me know me say, me have a call her and say, Miss P, please come down, come take me out of that bush here because we not reach at that place here. But the truth of the matter though, all be said and done. I don't know that the Jamaican people have recovered from Hurricane Melissa, let alone now with the austerity measures that they have been meted out to them. The prices are going up, we see gas are go up, and the truth of the matter is that.
Well, I look. I mean, I want broke in. A few of the persons who get every day. I don't remember if you recall a slim lady, young girl, lady, young girl, very young with some kids, and she did really get something. And she said, "I tell you, many thanks. Down to about 2 days ago, me buck her up and say, you tell him man for me? Me say, yes, man, but me know me didn't tell you because me ain't connected yet. She said, tell him many thanks. I'll know me a food out time. And me and her, in the same position, the only thing with she have young children than me.
So look.
And
Look, let me ask you a question now. Hold on, let me ask you a question now. There's a part in the Bible that the widow's mite, wherein the woman have only cornmeal, and Father God tell her, say, go make some food, give me feet, no man. She said, but the only cornmeal me don't have for me and my son. And she end up doing it. And the Lord end up blessing her how many times? You know why I said this to you, Luke? Miss P said she still have food where you give her. The lady said she still have food where you give her. Lou George Cook, on the behalf of the Mek Wi Talk program, you have been a friend of this program for years. We come on, we chat some nonsense, we chat some good things, and we go on with the antics sometimes. We him talking at tongues, you look up on him, look up on me. Anyway, Luke, may God. What the hell is man laughing at me for, man? May God bless you, my friend. No, seriously. May God bless you in what you're doing. Because you have done some things behind the scene. You are sick. A lot of people don't know that Luke is sick. Not mentally. Luke have medical problems. And Luke is spending his last dime to help a person.
And boy, Jeffrey, me not even want me speak continue with the story. But the time when I went to her, she didn't even know I had a stroke. I was not supposed to have been out there. I was not supposed to be out there because I was on the medication and doctor order. The doctor ordered me not to even the heaviest thing I was supposed to be lifting was a feather. And I just carried a few of my friends there and said to them, say, "Una for help me," because I had to go. There was a need to go. And we had these things, and I wanted the people in this area to get it because I know a lot of people have been overlooked. And
you know some. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, Luke. Go ahead.
And Jeffrey, so much so that the clothes that came in the barrel, I didn't even want to give them out. I don't like giving people second-hand clothes, and let me tell you, we say from 1962 till now, the condition in which our people have had to live. I cried when I saw children and they were looking clothes among the clothing for other people in the area. And when they were saying to each other, this can't fit, so I saw. In fact, the house that we parked the vehicle and we set up the stand, there was a man in that house and he had on tarpaulin on his roof. And
I know it did the same way, look. I know it is there.
Jesus Christ in heaven.
Jeffrey,
And
he
that
has.
man is greener than
My
grass.
God.
It is there.
That
Father
man has.
God. Hold on there for me.
All the way in.
Hold on there for me. Hold on there for me. A little minute there that hurt me. I don't know why. But hold on there for me. You know, I sit here and I have to hold back the tears. I know what it's like to be hungry. I know what it's like to be homeless. I'm not afraid to tell people that. Because my name Tavares. I know what it's like to be hungry. I know what it's like to be homeless. But you have a prime minister who profess. When Portia Simpson Miller was leaving the Parliament of Jamaica, he turned to her and said, "Don't worry yourself, Mama P. You're leaving behind a defender for the poor." He went to the Parliament and he said that he knows what it's like to live in a 2-bedroom house, maybe a 4 now, we don't know. And our people are living in such condition. I ask God every day to bless me in a way where I can help. Me no want no thanks from man because I know God will bless me. Luke, I tell you something. You see what you're doing for your fellow Jamaican? What you're doing for your fellow countrymen? Your reward is in heaven, my brother. Andre Stevenson. Andre Stefano Stevenson. Andre Stefano Stevenson. Make that check out. I don't want to chat about you. Your blessing is sure, my brother. Your blessing is sure. Wilfred Samuel Rattigan. Wilfred Samuel Rattigan. I know that he has given, and nobody knows saying give anything. He has given. He not say to me, he not say to anybody else. He not say to his producers them. But I know he has given. All those who have given to our fellow Jamaicans in this time, our blessing is sure. But let me say something to the government of Jamaica tonight. You see all what you're doing to the Jamaican people? Every single Jamaican that should the high water. Andrew Michael Holness. The Jamaican people high water is going to be on your shoulder. You have a roof over your head. Desmond McKenzie. You have a roof over your head. Marlon Morgan. You have a roof over your head. Many Jamaicans have a roof over their head tonight. Many Jamaicans have nothing to eat tonight.
You know,
God don't sleep. Go ahead, Luke.
You know, one of the things, Jeffrey, I'm going to tell you, says there are some moments in our life.
Well, on the loop, Mr. Something, girl. I mean, if people, you have some farmer up here who you have stretched and you have to realize, they're not a big farmer, but them planning things. Every time they say, Miss P, when you are going to go check the man, if you tell we, make we send some food for him. We say, all right, may I go plan it. May I go call him first. May I go call him first and find out. And we make the plan and when me I go down there. We say, all right. Every time they see me, say, how will you not call him, man? How will you go down there? Come on, the man forget top man. Man forget top man. I saw your people were grateful.
But
one man take up 2 pair of shoes all the time. And he see my go a funeral. And he say, Miss B, you know long I don't wear a good pair of shoes.
Oh my God.
God. Jeffrey, sometimes we take it. We have to be grateful for what we're here. Because I remember, and I tell you something. When we pull up that Saturday against all odds, because everything I had planned started to turn, and it wasn't going the way I want. And I didn't have a big audience of people to reach out to, but we knew that we went with the 150 food package. And we made sure that food package had everything in there, from
ensure to glucerna to peanut butter. And I can't forget the kids. The children have left a lasting impact on me. But I'll tell you this, I remember when we turned up to White House in Westmoreland, and I was sitting to the window of the bus that we had hired. And a lady came to me and said, I don't know, my mind just said me to talk to you. And she said to me, you have any pad? And for a moment, Jeffrey, I didn't know what she was asking me for. I honestly to God, I didn't know. It took me about 2 minutes when I said to her, when you say pad, what you mean by that? Like a notepad? And she said, no, woman pad. And for a woman to be asking a man for pad, I figured more than less that, it took a lot out of her. And I remember when I went into the bus and I said to the people in the bus,
Luke, sorry to cut you. I haven't put up something here on my platform here. As somebody sent me something a while ago. I am decked out in the PNP color. They took off this picture off of Facebook. I'm decked out in the PNP color. And guess what I'm right now? The Honorable Ambassador Jeffrey Tavares. Luke, continue, yeah?
All right, Ambassador.
Bunch of set of damn idiots.
Right. So when I asked the ladies in the bus for if they had any sanitary napkin, and them actually reach all in and them bag of five. And then somebody said to me, say, I said, how long our period would last for, because about 4, and them said, if she have a heavy, whatever. And let me tell you something. These things live with me. When we went to Miss P, the children them come up and like they were going through the clothing, and they must say, and we gave them some blankets. And I remember that little girl, I said, when I sleep on my blanket, this Christmas coming up, cause this too nice. And you see what we take for granted means so much to our people. And I just have to tell God thanks. I don't want nobody have to big me up, but me just know that when hurricane come and done, we have to do car. We went to St. Time, we went to Westmoreland 3 times, we went to Chester Castle 1 time, we go down Montego Bay 2 times. We were in Saltmarsh, in Trelawney 2 times. So we have been out there and we have seen it for ourselves. But Jeffrey, what me tell you, it's a shame from 1962 to now that our people have been living in some inhumane condition that no government in Jamaica should be able to pat themselves on the shoulder. And I want to see what them are going to do in this recovery. And me hear Miss Pia say the next hurricane come and kids done. Listen, some of the poorest communities are in Kingston and St. Andrew. Don't because you hear about Kingston and St. Andrew. There are people in Kingston and St. Andrew who are living in squalor.
Yes, yes, true.
And we can't highlight it enough. You must remember, around all of these sophisticated communities, Reddills, you have pockets of community where you can't begin to understand the condition in which people live. So me no want no hurricane to come because one, Jeffrey, we can't identify safe spaces where we can build up sheds and get people back into sheds. 2, I don't know what preparedness, what we have learned from the last hurricane, but I don't know what, in terms of preparedness, we have been doing since the last hurricane to get people to understand that this is required, that you have to really take this thing serious now, because the last one tell us that it's not something to be played with. Thirdly, Jeffrey, I don't know that there is any plans, real plan, because if there is a real plan, it is between the Andrew Holness team and closely to JDF officer. Nobody don't know how much money came. Nobody know how much money has been spent. Nobody don't know what happened to the generator them did have. Nobody don't know anything. There is no sense. I was surprised when I saw the PMP put out a breakdown of what they collected and what was spent.
Exactly, yes they did.
Yeah, I haven't seen what Food for the Poor or what Red Cross have done, because you remember with Haiti, Red Cross collected a lot of money, but it wasn't for the Asian people. But this though, while we don't trust common Jamaican, there are a lot of charitable organizations. While we don't trust the Jamaican people, we think a lot of people are seized. There are a lot of charitable organizations were coming here, and what we noticed there, some of them are vacations, and them just bleed the pocket of the American people. Cause when we see our people are bring down food, following the hurricane, you could have did buy them food they did it. When we look how long it takes for you to get a shipment off of the wharf, sometime when you bring come and go spoil, people must think.
To me, Luke, it better they go down and go over what the place name? Over Price Mart.
Yeah.
But then they go down and spend the money over Price Mart and spend the money somewhere else. One send it, ship it down and it'll spoil off. It makes no sense.
Yeah, the bottleneck for it. Just think about how much it is to clear a container. And you're talking about people who don't have any house. And then one of the time when we hear them set a figure, say one agency are like give people $30 per check. I help them, I help you. Me tell you sometime, brother. Me know them say little is in much when the God is in it, but me think say we have move with a sense of urgency and a sense of great modernity for the people of Jamaica. And when I look at the MPs on the Jamaica Labour Party, they weren't crying. Clyde Reid wasn't crying. You know who me say I cry? The PMP MP them. The thing became a separated thing about who are gonna get first, who are gonna get second, and who not get none. And it was so sad. It should not have a political party, it shouldn't have a color. Right? But when you even look down in Westmoreland, so on the borders where people are living at, the majority of Jamaica, not the ones that did not build up them little one or two, because God bless people who have the opportunity to go abroad and can build up them little house and come back to something that is modern. But when you look at the wealth, when you look at the majority of people in Westmoreland, for instance, who lives in a board structure that saw that structure fully leveraged. And up until now, Jeffrey, remember when the hurricane hit us, Jeffrey, we are almost 8 months into what should have been the recovery process. And when we hear government say them have all of the money and I roll them and go roll out, you know things about now the people them would have gone back in and them make a tackle ram, you know, and them make a shed. And people still out there live grimy because our government has not yet begin to say this is where the money come and this is where we are going to focus on.
Exactly.
Right? But people can pat themselves on the shoulder. You see, I remember one of the time even Jamaica just didn't want to fix up some things on the fair constituency. And she said, the Prime Minister tell her, I said, no spend no money. Because she don't know how she gonna get it. And the other day, me tell you something, I see one brother, I go down there, fix road. I wonder how some of them MP really do it. Because the community where them serve, it's far and it's wide. And you can't tell me so one MP can be the need are two counter of all these people because people come in various shapes, size, and description when it comes to need. But Jeffrey, I'm just hoping that what near people say, the money soon disappear and nobody not going to account for it. That is not going to be true. But them I rise what them I suggest for the bill. Me not think of the best way that you know. Me not think of the best way because if we are going to put people in a high-rise building, given the fact that we are likely to experience more category 5, you don't think we should be doing something to get people more knowledgeable about taking care of the earth and why?
And not only that, Luke, the government need to build some hurricane shelters. I can withstand category 5 hurricanes. What they need to do. And have a food bank in the 3 counties of Jamaica, Cornwall, Middlesex, and Surrey. Have a big food bank on the lawns of Jamaica House that wasting land. Out by Upper Camp.
But here what? That would be a government of the people who care about the people, who understand the importance of the voters. And the vote, this can't be the Andrew Williams government. Because, Jeffrey, when you look back for what Andrew said in his inaugural speech, there were 6 areas that Andrew highlighted that he says that these has to be addressed because if you want growth this hour, one being constitution reform, they spend millions of dollars on that. And what reform you see happen? None. He talks about the national security and how we're going to stem crime. And I sent you a couple of videos the other night.
Yes. You and I need to talk about those videos too. We need to get the gentleman on the program too.
But there is one video.
Yes.
Where you hear him say, you see all them are kill the poor people without impunity.
Yep. And he's so right.
And the police is now the judge, juror, and executioner.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, see nobody take on that, you know. But you know what? The diaspora is coming down here to talk to these people about how great thou art.
Oh, yes.
I saw one of them in the diaspora the other day. They must have make an honorable councillor for our district. And how this was. And when I met this person, this was what I thought. You never interested in Jamaica. You were interested in the title. The Andrew Holness commitment in his inaugural speech was that he was going to also lead with integrity and accountability. And let me tell you something, man. This brother here have one thing in his mind. He is the SSR Fury. And nobody can touch him. And the mere fact that they're talking 4 terms, when in term 1, term 2, them never even start. But term 3, they had a major hurricane. And them never even flex them muscle for say, we really are going to try to help the Jamaican people. We're going to declare land of the crown, accessible lands, and if you can pay $500,000, the National Land Agency going to have to pay a $35,000 or even $3 million I don't know where people could get it, and you pay X amount each month, and we're going to give you a title, and we're going to help you to put up one of those self-start house. At least you get 2 bedroom and decent bathroom, but somewhere where you can also have a shelter or a bunker built that if you ever have another situation like a hurricane, you never have to go through that. This is a joke, Jeffrey. This is a joke. The country, the leadership, and the people need to look at where we're going and see that we have not accomplished anything because it's few people that Jamaica have the money, you know, while the majority of Jamaicans are still suffering.
Yep.
And me don't know how una go talk about una achievement. Me never see this yet. The Jamaica Labour Party put out one booklet of achievement. What idea the Jamaica Labour Party has worked on that has not been a concept of the People's National Party? What has been new about what they have been studying? Because all of the ideas we soon come out with. On a cost PMP on the road, and now when you leave, come a center and the south, to come up on the highway at Edward Siaga, and the cost the people them when them that start the highway. On the name it the Edward Siaga. Look what on the give Portia. Who negotiated this? The woman that you say is the nonsense prime minister in modern time, who went and negotiated with the Chinese and get the loan and get our money as grant. And instead of on the DR, on the put down a 3 mile and call it the Porsche Citizen Square. One little stretch while on the give Mr. Siaga all of that coming out of set and going up the chart.
But look, when you're looking at all of this that they have been doing to the Jamaican people, hurricane money come, nobody said the money disappear to. It is now 9:15, 8:15 in Jamaica. Luke, you know that I am elsewhere, so we may have to cut this program shortly. So they don't think about us, the people who are suffering in the nitty-gritty of Hanover, Westmoreland, St. James, and all over.
Michael, just to put it good enough, Jeffrey. All I want to say, they don't care about us. And that is what the campaign that people must push. It is they don't care about us campaign that we need to go out there with now and to list the atrocity of government, the shortfall of government from Wapia Kilsilo and at the same thing. At the same thing, every year at the same thing. At the same thing. And the people who suffer are the ordinary people in this country. Imagine you have people with true contribution when no one said they will never own a house. How do you do that?
Wickedness, and then they thief the money. They take out the money and thief it. My God help us, Lord.
And you see, it look like we all come to make trouble. But them something that cut me to the core because even the other night when you come off, I'm still a look into how did this bus come here? The discussion about the buses. Were they really gifts or were they purchased? And if they were gifts, why did we say that we spent so much money? And then when we buy the bus, them say we buy them. Because we ever say, we buy them. You remember how much money we were paying to retrofit one? And I'm saying, was the money spent with any amount of wisdom, or it was just exuberance for a political campaign that you were going to help children, and you were going to help children with better transportation, but giving them transportation and them go to school and can eat. Have we helped that family?
Nope. No. Luke, give us your final thoughts on tonight, and what is.
I think Jeffrey, we must push to get an answer as to what happened, who give the money, and what the money has gone into, and how many persons have been held, and is there Jamaicans still suffering as a result of Hurricane Melissa, and how we can help. All of us have a right to play because the reason why evil is so pervasive, good people do nothing about it. And that we must start looking to the Vimba and the Vimba beat. Rich people have a mentality that them give other rich people because they don't think they're low life. But you know my philosophy, low life is everywhere, especially for those who said that them coming to represent the people of a country. And what they do, they pilfer and thief and lie to the people and have a better quality of life than the people. I think
Yes.
a good politician should be the man who goes in there and had nothing, but when he come out, him and them people then can live much better than how he went in there.
So true. So true. I want to say thanks to Patrick Beckford, member of the Jamaican diaspora, Luke George Cook, human rights activist, Miss P, for coming onto the program this evening. The questions still remain the same. Where is Hurricane Melissa money collected by the Jamaican government? Questions we have been asking questions, we need answers. Until you hear my voice again, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like up the live feed. Give me about 500 to 300 likes. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. I want to say thanks once more again to my good friend Luke George Cook. Luke, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, man. Anytime, Jeffrey. Anytime.
And we're going to say so long from this program tonight. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the Mek Wi Talk program. Tomorrow is what? Saturday? No. Join Wilfred Rattigan tomorrow for Reezy Rattigan. I won't be on tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. I want to say thank you all for coming on. May God bless you. May God bless our island home, Jamaica land we love. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Good night.
As children, we learn the true meaning of being a hero. Being a hero requires great sacrifice for others, not just ourselves. We learned about the heroes of Jamaica's past and how much of themselves and their lives they had to give in building a nation we should be proud to call home. They believed in a Jamaica that was more than just a country, more than just an island, more than land surrounded by water. They believed in a dream of a free nation of people, a nation built on the foundation of their sacrifices, a nation of many people working as one, a nation that would continue to produce legends and nation builders that serve towards that vision. As children, we were also taught the national pledge, a solemn promise, an undertaking. I would like to believe Sir Hugh Sherlock, while writing this pledge, understood the vision and dreams of our heroes. It's clear being a hero is too much to ever ask any one citizen. Luckily, the pledge does not require heroics of any of us. It merely asks that we honor our heroes by striving to advance our nation and ultimately inspire the world, like they and many Jamaicans have done. It's important we remember those words. These words. Before God and all mankind, I pledge love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body in service of my fellow citizens. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may, under God, increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. like me, a Jamaican born and raised on this land, maybe you will remember saying those words, singing that song in a classroom or some general assembly. If so, like me, you made a pledge. Somehow it seems like many of us have forgotten that. The crime and violence, the indiscipline and short-sightedness, the corruption, the lack of respect for our beautiful lands we are blessed with, and the waters that surround and nurtures us. We have to do better. Let us honor our heroes so that they would not have sacrificed so much in vain. I hope this video can make a difference to even one soul. If so, it would all be worth it. If you feel the way I do, share it. May my voice become yours. Thanks for watching.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, Mek Wi Talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Mek Wi Talk.